Hi, I'm Becky Robinson, and I'm an oceanographer from the University of Rhode Island, and I serve as a chair of the U.S. Advisory Committee to Scientific Ocean Drilling. I work closely with the U.S. Science Support Program, the office that supports ocean drilling in the United States. Both the U.S. Science Support Program and the University of Rhode Island are Ocean Decade Nexus organizations. I'm here today to tell you about scientific ocean drilling, about its history, its discoveries, and its ambitions for the future. Scientific ocean drilling began in the United States in 1968 with the Deep Sea Drilling Project, and it's grown under several programmatic umbrellas over the years into an international consortium, now including more than 26 member countries, and it's known as the Integrated Ocean Discovery Program. 70% of the Earth's surface is ocean, and beneath the oceans lies a vast region of sediments and rocks that holds clues to the history and function of the Earth. Subsea floor, as we call it, holds information about the creation and destruction of the Earth's tectonic plates, about volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, mountain building events, ice ages, ocean circulation in the past, the ecology and evolution of marine life, and more. The subsea floor is host to a huge microbial ecosystem and abundant mineral resources. And while many who study the ocean can use a normal research ship to access the water column and the uppermost sediments, only a drilling vessel allows for the recovery of deep geologic materials. Scientific ocean drilling rests on the ability to recover columns of sediments and rocks called cores, and the current vessel provides intact materials, including the associated fluids from within the seafloor. This is pretty amazing. We get intact rocks as well as a water sample from hundreds or even thousands of meters below the seafloor. Scientific ocean drilling also puts instruments into the seafloor to study changes within it. It studies the interior of the Earth, the strain and the slip, fluid flows, and heat flows. And the programs have also stored the core materials in repositories. These are like mud and rock libraries for future scientific inquiry. And it's thanks to this foresight and the technological innovations associated with scientific ocean drilling that Earth scientists like myself have filled textbooks and journal articles with new discoveries of how the Earth works, of Earth history, and we've informed predictions for the future. Personally, I study how ocean biology and chemistry interact with climate change, and I do this largely with cores from scientific ocean drilling. I've studied the tropical Pacific as far back as 40 million years ago and as recently as a few hundred years. I'd like to tell you about a few of the program highlights. Early drilling confirmed the existence of seafloor spreading and the theory of plate tectonics by recovering oceanic crust that, when dated, shows a progressive increase in age away from the mid-ocean ridge. Drilling has led to the discovery and characterization of the deep biosphere, the ecosystem or ecosystems, plural, of microbial life that reside within the sediments and uppermost oceanic crust. We've just begun to understand the Earth's least known biome, and it's mind-boggling. These microbes defy imagination, in some cases appearing to grow where energy is lacking. And the growth is so slow that the cells appear to duplicate on timescales of hundreds or even thousands of years. It's really unlike anything we see on the surface of the Earth. The drill ship's ability to collect nearly continuous sediment records for hundreds of meters below the seafloor has provided us with a window into 180 million years of climate history, including episodes of intermittent ocean deoxygenation, the emergence of large polar ice sheets, the intensification of the monsoons, and more. These climate records have revealed the pacing and drivers of natural climate change, and they provide context for understanding human impacts on the system. Drilling and the placement of instrumentation in the Earth's crust has allowed us to measure and even listen to movements of Earth's tectonic plates. A rapid response to the March 2011 earthquake in the Japan Trench allowed for measurement of the frictional heat related to the slip on the fault associated with this energetic and devastated earthquake and tsunami. In other boreholes, instrumentation documents almost imperceptible slip and strain within subduction zone faults that create what's called a slow slip earthquake, things that were relatively unknown without this technology. And targeted drilling spanning decades has recovered global scale evidence for the large impact event 65 million years ago that's thought to have wiped the dinosaurs off the face of the earth. This mass extinction that ended the age of the reptiles has now been documented in high detail. Recent work offshore Mexico, drilling in the impact crater itself, Chicxulub, has recovered fine scale sequences that lead to a detailed account of the impact and its consequences. And there's so many more amazing discoveries. One thing seems universally true about scientific ocean drilling. There are surprises that inspire awe and wonder beneath the seafloor. And all of the amazing science has been accompanied by the development of technologies, a highly skilled workforce, and educational materials. An international collaborative community has grown out of this program. In the journal Nature in 2013, scientific ocean drilling was described as arguably the most successful international research collaboration ever. And the current program is ending. The primary drilling vessel, the JOIDES Resolution, is 45 years old and nearing the end of her working life. Yet there's so much more to do in terms of science, but also in terms of building out our community, collaborating with new groups, and sharing our results. A future framework for scientific ocean drilling has been envisioned by the international community. This framework highlights both the exploration of the unexplored and the development of hypothesis-driven drilling programs that push forward our current understanding of the Earth. A new program seeks to satisfy an urgent need to understand ice sheet behavior, rates and spatial signatures of sea level rise, and variability in monsoons, which provide fresh water to millions. A new program will seek to understand how ocean circulation might change based on past warm periods. These warm period records are relatively inaccessible without scientific ocean drilling, as are exploration of the relatively pristine microbiome beneath the seafloor and study the ecology of microbial life to look at the limits of life, as well as its impact on the chemistry, on the oceans and climate, and the possibility of non-food products like antibiotics. A new program will drill deep into the crust to study the life cycle of tectonic plates. Both coring and the implementation of borehole instruments will provide constraints on hazard-related earthquakes and tsunami-generating forces, and they'll also allow for the documentation and exploration of potentially societally crucial freshwater resources beneath the seafloor. The community aspires to continue its legacy of cutting-edge, internationally collaborative research and technology development, and it hopes to do so in a more inclusive and globally responsible way. Current efforts towards enhancing inclusion, including an ongoing discussion with Indigenous peoples in Greenland in preparation for an upcoming expedition, have taught us that doing better will only improve both the science and the human outcomes of our work. The dawn of a new program is full of ideas and opportunities. But to do more science, we need a new ship. The scientific ocean drilling community, spearheaded by the U.S. Science Support Program and my predecessor, Dr. Marta Torres, proposed an ocean shot to procure a state-of-the-art, globally ranging drilling vessel in support of scientific ocean drilling. Since then, the community has come together to define the needs for this new vessel. And while we wait to see what comes next, science continues. I want to thank Teresa Kennedy and UNESCO for giving me the opportunity to share a little bit about scientific ocean drilling as part of the introduction to the ocean decade. With any luck, a few of you in the audience will think differently about what is beneath the waves the next time you look at the ocean. Be well.